Late yesterday, reports emerged that the EFCC, Economics and Financial Crimes Commission, arrested Bobrisky over allegations of Naira mutilation. Of course, we all know that Naira mutilation is a crime according to CBN, and EFCC has arrested Bobrisky based on that. What we also hear is that Bobrisky was detained in a female cell. We don't know how true this is, but if it is true, then this is also a gross breach of the Nigerian Constitution, as we have the Same-Sex Marriage Prohibition Act in Nigeria. This goes against that law. The EFCC, though, must be given credit because they have been able to do what the Nigerian police could not do. Recall that Very Dark Man made some allegations against Bobrisky and how Bobrisky was engaging in some gay activities in Nigeria. And in fact, the Very Dark Man went on to accuse the DIGs of the Nigerian police and even the Nigerian senators to have something to do with Bobrisky, and it was based on that they have refused to arrest Bobrisky. And then we recall that the Nigerian police swung into action and arrested Very Dark Man. And at the time, we were told that some petition was written against Very Dark Man on this issue. And based on that petition, the Nigerian police invited Very Dark Man and eventually did not release him. It just so turned out that Very Dark Man spent over 1 week in police custody before he was eventually released. We're not even aware right now whether there's going to be further case, whether those who wrote the petition are going to press charges to drag Very Dark Man to court. We are not aware of that. But it becomes interesting when the Nigerian police goes on national TV through their spokesperson, Muyiwa Adejobi, to say that the Nigerian police does not have any grounds upon which to arrest Bobrisky. According to Adejobi, he claims that Bobrisky is a cross-dresser and he has checked the Nigerian laws and he has not found any law against cross-dressing. I did a content about this earlier. If the Nigerian police does not know, maybe I will clarify this to them. In Nigeria today, there is the Same-Sex Marriage Prohibition Law Act of 2014. It was passed by the National Assembly in December of 2013, but signed into law by President Goodluck Jonathan in January of 2014. By that law, same-sex marriage is prohibited, and according to it, any Nigerian who engages in any marriage other than the marriage of man to woman, whether it is man to man or whether it is woman to woman, anybody who engages in that is liable to 14 years imprisonment after conviction in a court of law, right? In the same law, Section 5, Subsection 2 of that Same-Sex Marriage Prohibition Act, Section 5, Subsection 2 states clearly that anybody who engages in the public display of same-sex affection is liable to 10 years imprisonment. So Mr. Muyiwa Adejobi, the spokesperson of the Nigerian Police Force, please note it. If you don't know, go and check the Same-Sex Marriage Prohibition Act of 2014. It is part of the laws of the Federation of Nigeria. Section 5, Subsection 2 of it talks about the prohibition of the public display of same-sex affection is prohibited. It is not man marrying man or woman marrying woman that is prohibited, although that attracts a penalty of 14 years imprisonment. But same-sex affection, public displays of same-sex affection, such as you have Bobrisky do on social media. If you want, we can give you the video. There was an interview that Bobrisky gave to Bayu Babi. It's on Bayu Babi's YouTube channel. It's there. And he publicly displayed same-sex affection by indicating that he is interested in a hookup with Wizkid. And people were praying that they covered the nyash of Wizkid with the blood of Jesus. But that's on a lighter note. That is public display of affection. And there are other rumored videos or live session videos where we were told, I don't know how true that is, that he was engaged in amorous display of same-sex affection in public. So the evidence is there, contrary to your claims on Channels TV, Politics Today, that there is no evidence that, oh, there's no law against cross-dressing. A cross-dresser is a man who agrees that he is a man and dresses like a woman for artistic purposes or for satirical purposes. Muyiwa Ogunjobi is Adejobi. Can you tell us if Bobrisky agrees that he's a man, or whether Bobrisky has changed his block cost for Puna? Can you tell us that? As far as we know, by his name, he is a man, and he is openly displaying affection for other men, and that is in breach of Section 5, subsection 2 of the Same-Sex Prohibition Act of 2014. So if you are looking for grounds to arrest Bobrisky and evidence, it's all out there in the social media. Don't give us this excuse anymore. We are happy that at least the EFCC has mustered sufficient courage to arrest him, even though it's on money mutilation charges or Naira mutilation charges. But if indeed he was arrested and detained in a female cell, then that also is in breach of the same sex. Well, may not be in breach, but it's odd. That is odd. That is very, very odd. But in the end, we are happy that the law is taking its course and that not even Bobrisky is above the law. Because from the whole VDM, Very Dark Man and police saga, it appeared as though Bobrisky was above arrest, and he was even seen on video boasting, you know. So now that EFCC has arrested him, it gives us some kind of respite to know that really Bobrisky is not above the law. But the Nigerian police must now play their role. They must now go and check Section 5, subsection 2 of the, even Section 4, yes, of the Same-Sex Marriage Prohibition Act of 2014 in Nigeria. That law is there. They should check it and check the interviews and Bobrisky's videos online and come back and tell Nigerians whether or not there is no grounds upon which to arrest Bobrisky. This country belongs to all of us, and we must all be seen to respect the rule of law. That is the only way we get in Nigeria that works for all of us. And for that to happen, we need to retire all the low-cost politicians and low-cost leaders that are draining the resources of Nigeria for their own selfish gains. And to do that, you and I need to start a fresh political party from start. So wherever you are, click on the link in the description and then sign up. Wherever you are across the length and breadth of Nigeria, you don't need to spend money. Just sign up, and then you will be the representative of this, our new political party. It will open up the political landscape so that well-meaning Nigerians can find their way in. Enough of this money-back politics or this big money politics. We don't need that. That is what is shielding sane Nigerians, shielding and blocking out well-meaning Nigerians from getting into the business of leadership. And of course, we all agree that leadership is the problem of Nigeria. So to solve it, we need to go to the political parties, because that is where leaders are recruited. And because the political parties in Nigeria right now, as we have them, are not showing me such green light, it is important and imperative that we start a fresh political party from scratch. And you and I can do it. Let us do it. Let us bet this new Nigeria of our dreams and of our reality.